The system is very user-friendly, and that is the thing that we had in mind. So basically what happened is, Media 24, the 3 daily newspapers, Burger, Beeld and Volksblad, they all have had their websites for like years already. So all the community newspapers within the Media 24 group came together and said, but we also want an online presence. So they said, okay, so what would be the best way to do this? So what happened is we went out and we said, okay, well, typically like Media 24, and we are proud of it, we always say we need to go big or we need to go home. So we went big. So basically from that request from the community newspapers, we started the NetLocal platform. That's why you will be seeing NetLocal. And the new buzzword across the globe is hyperlocality. What is happening locally in your area? And who are better people than all of you sitting here tonight to tell the Tiger Burger staff and the newspaper what is happening with your group, with your school, with news in your area. Yes, we do have journalists who get stories in and get feedback from the community, but hey, who better than you guys to tell us, listen, this is what's happening. There was just a break-in last night, the street behind me, or in my street, or all that content we want to gather in from you guys to get it onto the Tiger Burger website, and we want to use your eyes and your ears on the ground for this. So I'm really glad that you are here. Please, I always say my training when I do it with the staff, they come in here and they say to me, oh, I'm computer illiterate, I can't do this. So this is really an easy system. Now normally with schools, the schools have their own websites as well, which is an additional benefit. These days everybody wants to be online. Online is the next thing to come, and then after that mobile, and Tiger Burger will be going onto a mobile site on your cell phone as well soon. So please look out for that. So all these things we want to come and bring in under this platform, and Tiger Burger is one of our big newspapers with a lot of news and a lot of things to gather into one place. Okay, so the first word is schools and groups. What do you want? Now one thing of the whole NetLocal platform and the schools and groups section, and also the UGC, which is user generated content that we just spoke about 2 minutes ago, we want to know what you guys want. Whenever you're busy on the system and you're uploading your school or your group info, and you think, you know what, it would be nice to have this here or a button here for this, because we get a lot of, to sit and create a platform that will have absolutely everything from day one. It's just unrealistic. And we love doing enhancements on the system. So if there's anything that you throughout this process or within the next month or 2 or 3 feel that this would really benefit my group that will be on Tiger Burger site, please contact us, pop us an email, say to us, listen, I do have a group or a school loaded onto your website. We would like to have this. Is it possible? If it's not possible because it's a platform, then I'm going to reply to you and I'm going to say to you, unfortunately, it is not possible. But there was only in the full year and a bit that NetLocal is up and running, one thing that we couldn't do for a user or for the newspaper people. So everything else we have incorporated into our system. We have got constant enhancements to make. First, I'm going to give you just one slide of stats. As you can see, Media 24 has got 85 community newspapers. Now, that is a big amount for newspapers, where of Tiger Burger is one newspaper with 12 sub-editions under it. So now you can think how big in totality the NetLocal platform is that we are working from. Stats for the month of May for Tiger Burger, they had unique visitors, 4,811 people, and page views was 19,000. Now what is a unique visitor? A unique visitor is somebody that goes onto Tiger Burger's website for the very first time. They did not within the last 30 days type in tigerburger.co.za on their browser. So to have almost 5,000 people in a month for the first time on Tiger Burger site is big. A Tiger Burger is big. So we do everything big. Page views 19,000. So that is basically the penetration into the Tiger Burger site. So that would mean that the people visiting this site will be browsing on different pages. They would read stories on the sports section, they would go to groups, they would go to events to see what events are loaded. So they will be basically penetrating this site to see, well, just to read the news and to do everything. And that is where we get the 19,000 figure from. And then on the NetLocal platform for the last year and a bit that NetLocal is live, we had 1.7 million ad impressions served across the platform. 1.7 million people were visiting the NetLocal platform, and that includes Volweekblad in Johannesburg, Eikestad News in Stellenbosch, PE Express in Port Elizabeth. On the NetLocal platform, this is how many people saw ads on the platform for the first year. So if you sit here within a year or so, hopefully I would say 3 to 4 million. Quickly a testimonial. George said, absolutely fantastic that you have a website up and running. As dealing extensively with community, this is of great value. It also will serve as an information tool if I have to look up previous articles affecting our community. It is also very valuable to have information access to other areas as well. Big congratulations to you all. This was a long time in coming. Now I can put a lot of testimonials on here. We're not just here to see the testimonials, but that is one of the first people that commented after Tiger Burger went live. Now what was interesting for us about Tiger Burger, when Tiger Burger went live, on the day that they went live, within the first 15 minutes that they were live, there were 500 hits on the Tiger Burger site. We have never had that with any of our other publications. So this team is doing something right, or you just love them. One of those two. Okay, so what is the process to maintain your own webpage on Tiger Burger website? First of all, you will go to the Tiger Burger website, tigerburger.co.za. Okay, whenever you go onto the Tiger Burger site, you will see on your right hand side, you will see this section. Now before you can start uploading info on your school or on your group, you need to go and register. Why? Because we as Tiger Burger and the brand Tiger Burger wants to know who you are. We need to up and maintain our brand, so we can't just let any person have access and start writing anything on our website. It's the same as with a newspaper. So first you go and then you click on the register and then you complete the form. It's a form with I think 8 or 9 questions that you need to complete. You submit it and then we go to the next step. Then you go to, I'm going to work on my demo tonight, I'm going to work as if I am working from the perspective of a group. Okay, so then you will be going onto the top bar of the website. It would say home, news, sport, features, and so on. The nav bar will go. You will find in that nav bar schools and groups. Now since I want to upload, I've now already registered. Okay, I will go onto the front end and I will click on groups. On the group page that loads then, I will see this sentence, email editor to request a group to be added. Very simple. It's got 3 questions or so. Obviously now I need to put in my group's name. Please fill in as much info there as possible. There's nothing worse going onto a website, specifically a news website, and then you get, or if it's not group, school, events, any of those type of things, and there are so little info that you actually don't know what it is about. So remember one thing, that when this is a trust relationship that the Tiger Burger people are building with the community, with you. We could have said that everything that you are going to put on your group or school page needs to be moderated by a journalist. So we thought about it and we said, no. We trust the people that will be loading content on here to write decent stuff, to have decent spelling, and to not just write crap. I mean, we can't run 2 newspapers. I mean, we've got a newspaper with 12 sub-editions. We can't have another website with 11 sub-editions and users moderating. We don't need to do that. You are not children. You can monitor this yourself. So you go on there, you complete the form that will pop up when you click on that button, and then you get this form. Now, this is just my dummy training one. So these are the things. So the more meat you have to your group, let's say you've got the cycle club, Durbanville Cycle Club, then I would put in, let's say, guys, we are having team ride outs every morning at 6 starting at Tiger Burger's offices. Okay, as much possibility info as possible. Otherwise, people that are moving into the area, that are moving from Joburg or PE or Bloemfontein or wherever, that moves into the area, obviously will know about Tiger Burger because they will get it in their postbox, and then it will go to the website and they would say, oh, social club, the needlework club, but it doesn't say anything. It says Susan Sonomer, and that's about it. So do I really want to be part of it? And we need to keep the brand up of Tiger Burger as well. So then you complete this and you submit it. Then we will get a mail like this saying that you're requesting. Now this we take straight through to the CMS where we work. Once again, the more info, the better your page is going to look, the better reaction you're going to get from users actually. Think of it, there was 19,000 people seeing the ads. For them to see the ads, they need to be on the website. For them to be on the website, they're going to say, oh, here's a featured group that we will do on our side, that Lindsay will do. I'm going to introduce you to her now. And then your logo or your photo, sometimes there was a stargazing club. I can't even remember what the newspaper they were on. And they didn't have a logo, but they just had a picture of where they were looking at the stars or something. So if you don't have a logo, please upload a photo. And people are so lazy these days to read. The more info, the more we need to read. And we need to get so many emails in a day and newspapers and news and everything. So a picture always catches the eye first to make your group or school stand out. So Lindsay will be receiving this email. She will make you active in the CMS. You will get an email. Let's say the target shooting club, and then they say we want you to be the administrator for this group or this school, whichever one it is. Okay? If you click on, you will see that the click here to log in and manage the group. You will click on there and it will take you to this page. And obviously at this stage you don't want to decline your invitation. You want to accept your invitation. Okay, so you just click obviously on the accept button then, and then it will pop up this. It will automatically put in your email because you've registered in the beginning, so the system picks up that you already registered. Put in your email address and you put in your password, because obviously when registration you need to select the password. Everything is password protected these days. Okay, so you just put that in, you log in, and it takes you in. Then you will see immediately once I've done that, it would say welcome Maria on this side, which means you're actually logged in. If it does not say welcome Maria, it means that you're not logged in or you've typed your password wrong. Now one thing that we've picked up lately, that users go through this process, they do everything right, and suddenly they can't log in. Now majority of these times it was not our system which was the problem, but then what they did was they, per accident, they didn't even know this, placed a space after either the password or the email address. Now the system, just think of this, the system, let's call the system, it's like a box. You've typed in ABCDE and this is what is registered. The moment you now go and type in ABCDE space, then it doesn't fit. So it's not going to allow you to log in. But on the side there is, I'm going to give you, and on the handouts as well, is Lindsay's email address and a telephone number. So you can email her or phone her if you've got that problem, but just be aware of that. Obviously it is systems break, like cell phones break from time to time. Whenever you've got a problem, email Lindsay and phone Lindsay. The idea is not of tonight to say, listen, this is how you do it, okay great, let's go and do it, now you're on your own. We don't care if you actually get it right. There's a back support system, and this is where Lindsay comes in. She's the expert at schooling groups. She knows exactly how the front and back end works, so she will help you then through the process. Even if you do come right and you log in and you upload your stuff and your stuff is there, whenever there's a crisis, email her. Okay, so then it means I am logged in, and then when I go and I browse over my group button on top, you would remember I mentioned this in the beginning, then the manage groups would appear. If I was registering for a school, I'll just go and browse. That will take me then to this screen. Now you have got 4 tabs on the top: my profile, my events, my blogs, my groups, and my school. So basically, I have got 2 groups under my profile. So let's say Huis Horizon is mine. I will go and I will click on the manage one on top. If you have, let's say you have got, I was part of Brackenfell Netball, so then we would say, okay, but we don't just want one person to be able to populate our page with info, we want the secretary as well to do it. So then you can go and you will see this Huis Horizon admin users, and there you can go and assign another person to help you, so that they will also get their own login, they will get their own password, and they can help you, and on their own time you can correlate between each other and who's going to populate what. But normally what we have realized, but this could be different with Tiger Burger, is that people that are sitting in this workshop normally is the people that's populating the sites. But in future, whenever, you can have 3 people, you can have 4 people if you want. Specifically with schools, the thing that came out with schools is that we said, okay, but a school is a very big entity and teachers have got so much to do. So maybe you have got, I don't know, let's say Stellenberg High has got somebody from the outside giving sport. That person then wants to upload obviously only sport. He's not going to upload the parents' evening, not anything like that. So then we assign him a role, and he can then on his own time log in and say, the hockey practice of tomorrow is cancelled, blah blah blah. The next hockey game will be, the rugby games between this and this will move to this and this. So for schools, normally they have more than one person uploading, but it's not like compulsory. Okay. So if you click on the My Profile tab, you can go and change your password whenever you want. It's just your detail that you've registered with. My events will then be the events about your group, the events about your school. Blogs, we need to activate it. Everybody doesn't want to blog, okay? And blogging is something that is continuous. So it's not once in a month I write something on there. Now, we haven't really come across in all these sessions that I do across the country, anybody that really requested blogging specifically for schools and groups. This is separate for me than talking about does the newspaper want a blogger. Okay, so that's why mine is inactive at the moment. Then my groups, and then my school. So you can click on those tabs and it will open up the page, and I'm going to show you what that will look like now. Then you will, if you click on manage, like we said now, Huis Horizon, I'm managing Huis Horizon in this instance. And I click on the manage, it will open up this. This is the top part because it's too long, so I've divided it into 2 slides. And then you will get news articles, add new notice, resources, the bottom, photo galleries, events, and it goes on. So this is on one page, and obviously then you will just go and click on add new photo gallery, and then the screen will open where it says upload a photo, put in, obviously you need to put in a name. Let's say you put in the first winter netball games or sport games or whatever, and then you must just, for specifically photo galleries, you will click on the browse button to upload one photo, and the moment you click save on that, a pop-up appears for you to be able to upload immediately multiple photos. Okay, so please bear that in mind. Don't, when you get to that stage and it says browse and you can select one, think, oh, what's happening here? Because sometimes you only have 2 photos, so then you don't mind uploading it one by one. But if you have a lot of photos, or for your group, that says, let's say 10 or 15, you don't want to upload individually, each and every one is going to take forever. So once you've uploaded the first one, a pop-up appears, it says browse, you select all 10 of them and quickly it runs through it. And then obviously publish, we're working for newspaper in this instance, and that's why I said that you're going to be the UGC ambassador for the newspaper. So we're talking in newspaper terms. Publish means that is the time and the date that it's going to appear on the site. And expiry obviously is the date and time that it falls away from the site. So nobody else will be able to see that specific gallery then. Okay. Edit and delete. And if you have more than one, it will just be listed down below. I always say to people, and I always say to the newspapers as well, keep your photos there for a long time. You can select your dates. Don't just put it on there for a week, unless you've got a really specific reason why you want to do it like that. But in general, keep your photos on there for 6 months. I mean, that's more body around your thing, unless, you know, it's your freedom of choice. If you want to have it less, but I always say, in this case, the more the better. I'm working with YMCA group here. So once I've gone through this, I've registered, we've received, you've clicked on the email the editor, you've completed the form with your group or your school info. Lindsay get a mail, she activates your group in the back end. You can go and log in, you accept it, you log in, you browse over the group or school that says manage group or manage school. You've uploaded your photo gallery, your notices, your events. Then it will come and lie here, in this instance YMCA. Obviously on the front end for the schools and groups, this page looks the same. There's obviously more to it, I just made it larger. Let's say we're talking about Stellenberg High School here. If we click on the S, it will throw out all the schools that starts with S. If I'm looking for Tygerberger School, I could click on the T and it would throw out the school starting with a T. The same with group. If your group's name starts with a Y because it's YMCA, they can search it like that, but there's a search functionality just above that where you can search per category. That would be high school, under schools it would be high school, primary school, under groups it would be sport group, social group. So they can, there's few options how they can search for your group as well. So then my group will now be lying here, YMCA, because I've now gone through the process, I've got access, I've uploaded my things, my page is now ready. Okay? Whenever I click on YMCA, this is my page. I've broken it up because the page is too long. So then I will have my logo, YMCA. You can send it to a friend or you can print this if you want to. And then these tabs, home, about us, news, gallery, events, blah, 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 blah. The moment you've got content loaded on them, which you now did, you uploaded the photo gallery, you uploaded the event, the matric farewell is coming on your school page, then these tabs appear. When you don't have anything on them, they will not be there. But you can't have nothing. I mean, that's why we're here, to populate our own pages on the Tygerberger website. So in this instance, the home one will then have everything. If I go to the About Us, it will only have the About Us paragraph. That's why I always say, don't just put a standard paragraph. If I don't think, let's think, I would want my About Us page to be different to the paragraph that you just see here on the home page. So then I would make it, let's say YMCA, the Young Men's Organization, blah, 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 blah. But on my About Us page, I would then go most probably into more the history, where the YMCA group has been running for the past 6 years. It originally started with one guy, blah, 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 blah. To just give people a more overview of exactly who you are. So this is then my news section. But at the moment, because I have more news stories about my YMCA group, this button appears. Otherwise, it's not going to take you anywhere. So the moment you have only one news article. Okay, so this is then my first page. If I browse down, this is what the user will see. This is what I will see when you have populated your page. Then my photo galleries are up there, my events, fundraising dance, the notices, the next meeting, the dinner club starts, the team meeting, as I mentioned. Okay. This is the bottom, this is the resources. So at the resources you can, this is a YouTube video that we've put up there, so you can add it in there. Okay, so this is the About Us page with the details, and then obviously just the photo.